After months of speculating what we'll be getting in 2019, we finally gotten official images for every LEGO Ninjago Legacy set. With official images, you know what that means. Hey guys, Hfmasters here, and today we're ranking all of the Ninjago 2019 sets. Coming in at the bottom of the list is the Monastery training set. Honestly, there isn't really much to say about this one. It's basically just a remake of the Ninjago training set from the Ninjago movie, but with different minifigures and a little more pieces. I mean, I know this is the remake wave, but the Ninjago training set is still available in stores. Overall, this one's just a nice entry set which offers good ways to get both Kai and Nia for cheap, but it's just mediocre compared to the rest of the wave. Next up is the spinners. Now the only reason we've decided to put the spinners higher than the Monastery training is because just how much more unique these spinners are. Now yeah, the concept isn't entirely new, but it is a different take on it and it is very appreciated. It also is different for each ninja, so there is some variety here. But because they are only $10, that is their downfall, so it is hard for them to compete with the rest of the wave. The Samurai Mech is not terrible by any means, but it is a huge downgrade from the original. It does have 3 exclusive minifigures and it is only $15, but I mean the first one was $40, so this one's pretty much 3 times smaller, and because of that it does make it feel very small and kind of disappointing, even though in reality it's really not that bad of a set. Moving along, we have Kai's Blade Cycle and Zane's Snowmobile. This set is a kind of a mixed bag. On one hand, the Snowmobile is a complete upgrade from the original in every way and is really nice, but then there's the Blade Cycle, which is a downgrade in my opinion, but it's still not too bad. Perhaps if they got rid of some of the side bows, they could have used that to make the Blade Cycle better. Overall, not a bad set at $30, but the Blade Cycle just doesn't meet our expectations. Next up is one of the more controversial sets of the wave. The Golden Dragon, while smaller in size, doesn't really disappoint for me. First off, it does a really great job at downscaling, but keeping everything it needs to have. It has plenty of articulation, and it actually has more articulation than the original version, despite being smaller, and it also has all of the same functions. However, what really pushes this for me is the minifigure selection. For a $20 set, it's not only really affordable, but it comes with 2 highly desirable figures being Golden Lloyd and the Overlord, and because of this, the Golden Dragon is able to elevate itself to the middle of our list. There isn't really much wrong with Jay's Stormfighter. This set is a step up from the original and is pretty much perfect. It retains the folding wings function and it gets an upgrade in size. The only complaints I could give this set include the fact that there's nothing for the Serpentine whatsoever, and the fact that the cockpit can only carry 1 minifigure. However, other than that, this set's very good and a great improvement. The Ultra Dragon is the flagship set of this wave in terms of price, but it barely clinches our spot in the top 3. This set is not only expensive, but it doesn't include any exclusive minifigures. Luckily, this is a step up from the 2012 version. First off, it's bigger and it costs less. It's not as clustered as the original one since the heads are smaller, and it has all of the same functions, but it's just more detailed now. However, the heads are a little bit controversial for some people, but I think they're fine. I also really like that they use the little plastic wing things since I think they generally look better. And I actually think they made the color scheme look a lot more clean here. Overall, this is a really nice remodernization for me and a great set. Coming in at number 2 is Cole's Earth Driller. This set is basically perfect. The only complaint I really have here is the random use of sand green because it just seems out of place and it isn't used enough here. However, other than that little nitpick, there isn't really much to complain about. We have the Giant Stone Warrior, which is really nice and a great addition to the set. The actual Earth Driller, aside from the sand green, looks really nice. It retains the drill function. You can actually do it both manually and automatically, which is really nice, and at $50 is still pretty affordable. Overall, it's a great set, but there is one that's better. And at number 1, we have the real flagship of this wave, the Monastery. there isn't really much to say here. The price is good, the minifigure selection is even better, and the Monastery is not only a step up from the original, but it revives one of the best structures that we've ever seen from Ninjago. Simply put, this set is the best set of the wave, as it's not only impressive, but it doesn't really have any flaws. And with that, we wrap up our ranking of the Ninjago Legacy sets. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments. Feel free to leave your own list. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until next time, this is Hfmasters saying goodbye.